Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver
Bix
now.
Weir, roadtoroot.com. We have swapped out the Veritasium token giveaway to Ruda's back, the Ruda Lives coin. We did it for a couple reasons. I think number one is that I believe silver and gold, truthfully, are going to run a lot sooner and a lot faster than the cryptos. We're going to see a gold and silver crypto type move coming up as the world goes sideways for various reasons. Probably the number one reason I do believe any war with Russia, China, against the U.S., or vice versa, U.S. against China, Russia, Iran, whatever it is, the number one method of war these days is not dropping bombs on people, even nuclear bombs. It's cyber attacks. You can shut down a country with a click of a mouse. The cost-benefit ratio is quite large when you're thinking about it that way. Do I think it will be all-encompassing? It could be. Like a solar flare, they happen. If it just so happens pointed at the Earth, poof, cryptos aren't going to be worth much at all, at least the side of the Earth that's facing the sun. And they have not locked down all the infrastructure for the internet. Again, but if that happens, we're dead anyway. So silver and gold might not be as important. But I do think we're going to see a lot of cyber attacks. Not as long as you're storing your cryptos in your own possession offline and all that, you're going to be fine. Because you'll have the cryptos in the future. Whenever the future starts up again, the future will go on. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, all that is an amazing invention. But it is susceptible to huge problems with the internet. Not the small problems. Or not a server crashing or one Bitcoin miner taken out or anything like that. But the bigger problems where people can't transact, your cell phone doesn't work for a couple years, stuff like that. No, you're not going to see and understanding we are shifting into a new monetary system. Gold and silver will still be gold and silver if there's a solar flare or a EMP. But again, once again, if that kind of stuff happens, say it's a war, we're all screwed. I don't know how much your gold and silver is going to be worth in a world that's falling apart, a Mad Max type world. Probably not much. So we will see. We will see. I know it's scary, but we have changed. We're giving away the Ruda coin, the coolest coin ever. This is a Ruda Lives coin. Check it out with the red heart in the middle. It's emblematic of what the good guys are doing behind the scenes. And don't forget, Ruda came from the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston, talks about finding gold in the Grand Canyon, about how we're moving. There are good people in this battle behind the scenes, and they are moving us towards something that is better, at least in the United States, better than what we have right now, which is total control of our lives. All right. Where we sit in silver right now is the process has already begun of the commercials starting to short the rise, and the tech traders, they really haven't started going long. They did start closing out their shorts, though. You look at the Commitment of Traders report, the managed money they're called, sold 7,000 shorts, which is massive. So they're really skittish about staying short as it approaches the moving averages, it's right there. So the more silver moves up, the more shorts the managed money will get rid of, and they'll try to go long, and usually vice versa happens with the banks. But the banks know we're at a very, very dangerous time. They would be insane to increase some massive short position, because the good guys, as I know them, have the ability to take out the bad guys. Yeah, take out JP Morgan and Citibank and Bank of America, whatever structured deal they did. And truthfully, anybody with over, say, $20-30 billion can do the same thing if you do it correctly, which is not take delivery on the comics. That's what the Hunt brothers did wrong. Jamie Dimon, truthfully, he through Blythe Masters, probably through all the silver bugs, did it right, where they get their hands on as much physical silver as they possibly can from all sources and continue to short the market. And they got about 1.2 billion ounces. And then all shit was about go sideways over $30 back in 2021. So they did a lease deal with Bank of America where they're leasing the JP Morgan silver into the market to suppress the price. And whether or not that silver ever went back or lease deals they're like smart contracts, right? You crypto people, you can put any language you want in there. So Bank of America may have had the option to buy it at fair market value at a fixed price, knowing that Jamie Dimon booked $1 billion sale when they got busted for rigging the silver market and gold. That means he did some deal where they closed out a lot of the transactions, or at least some of them. And that could be a fixed back-end lease. So say the silver's going to Elon Musk or to Warren Buffett, which it can. Brilliant move by whoever's ending up with the physical silver, because everybody else is left with the criminal comics contracts. And remember, for every long, there's a short. So silver, you're looking at 123,000 contracts that there's short positions on. Let me do the math here. 123 times 5,000 ounces per contract is 615 million ounces of short positions out there on the comics. Now, some are offset. I think a lot on the commercial side, the big banksters, they're claiming they can get their hands on SLV silver, I believe. Which is about 480 million ounces. I haven't looked in a while. In all the ETFs. They think that because they are authorized participants in the ETFs, they can instantly pull out the silver. And they can if there's a force majeure. For example, if an EMP or something or a war breaks out between the economies aren't going to continue to function normally when China and the U.S. and Russia get into war. They will be destroyed, mainly because of the cyber attacks and things like that. Really interesting talk on our friends, Dick Allgaier and friends over at Future Forecasting Group. I highly recommend joining that Future Forecasting Group. These are the Dick Allgaier guys. It's at futureforecastinggroup.com. A few months ago, they did a full remote viewing session on a global cyber attack in the near future. And, a lot of it, when you have a target like that, a lot of it's pre-baked into it. Global cyber attack and near, not what's coming, but you're saying you're specifically a global cyber attack in the near future. Nobody came up with nothing, a blank screen. Everybody came up with a lot of drama. And if there's a lot of drama in the internet, that's not good for cryptos. So it's not like I'm anti-crypto, not at all. They are the future. But to get from here to there, I think silver and gold, and if you like gold, you load up on silver, and then you can swap it for gold after they come closer to 1-to-1 instead of 85-to-1. But in the meantime, I really do think that silver is going to be the number one asset to hold, and it's going to look like a cryptocurrency type of run because it's the end of the game. Jenny and I did a session in the private road. All you private road members, go listen to the last my post last week, which I took some of Jenny's sessions on when she was talking about the comics on her own channel. She gave me permission to use it. And I analyzed it from road to root and the comics, knowing the comics as I do. And I'm like, oh my God. They are trying to create a new comics. Why would they try to do that unless something broke with the old one? And we need a new way to price silver and gold. Not a new comics like the LBMA used to be, the London Fix and it used to be more controlled. Then they said, okay, we're going to make a new LBMA. And they changed it around a little, added more people, but it's the same exact thing as it was. They determine the price. They set the price on the COMEX, and then some people get delivery of silver over on the LB of May, but some people don't. It's an association. It's not an exchange. Very important to understand that. So they made it more complicated, but it's the exact same thing. With what Jenny was talking about, the COMEX is going to try to turn itself into a physical silver market without the futures and options, because futures and options literally are going to have to be a force majeure. Otherwise, somebody's going to have to pay 650 million ounces of silver, physical silver, to cover the shorts, and that's probably not going to happen. So we will see. The scariest thing for the banks is staying short. Who's going to take the other end of this trade? Managed money clearly isn't. They're getting rid of their shorts right now. So I think it'll be a very volatile week. If we pierce $30, it's hello moonshot. So I think it'll run through $50 like butter, and then they'll shut the exchange down. So we're at that endpoint at the time that everything changes. And the reality is nobody freaking knows about it. Nobody. Still. It is insane that nobody knows about gold and silver. Your average everyday person still, even a lot of my friends and family, they have no idea what's about to happen, even though I've been screaming about it. It's truly unbelievable. David Morgan sent me an old video he did asking people on the street, hey, you ever heard of a Krugerrand? It was an awesome video. It was from 16 years ago. That means before cryptos. This is 2007. Listen to some of the answers.
Welcome to the Krugerrand experiment.
By the way, David's looking very similar these days, if you ask me. The guy he takes care of himself. He had a little bout with surviving a while back, but he's all getting better, and holy crap, David looks great. But look at him. This is 16 years ago. Listen to what people were saying on the street.
Today we're in Spokane. We're at Riverfront Park. And what we're going to do is stop passerbys randomly and ask them if they know what a Krugerrand is. And anyone that does know what a Krugerrand is, we're going to ask them if they own any. This should be very interesting, because my hypothesis right now is that we're very, very far from the top in the gold market. This is one way to find out, to be right on the street and ask the public. One, do they know what gold is? And two, do they own any? So let's get started with our first interview.
I love his. Back then, you had to have a microphone when you were talking into the camera. It's classic.
What I'd like to know is, do you know what a Krugerrand is?
No.
Okay. This is a Krugerrand. Now, do you know what it is?
Gold.
Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How'd it feel in your hand?
Good?
Good? Heavy?
Yep.
Do you own any gold?
No.
Okay.
So this is back in the day, and David did it. It's kind of funny because he'd ask people questions, and if they got it right, they were thinking, hey, he's gonna give me one. He pulls out a fake $1 million bill. Here's a $1 million bill with my picture on it. It's kind of funny, but way back when. And then we had Mark Dice, has a great channel on YouTube. This is 11 years ago. He went walking down the street to see who knew what gold was $1,500, and he's talking about people buying it for 25, and people are like, no. Listen to this.
Why are you not investing
Hang
in tax
on.
liens? No, seriously. Why are you not investing into one of the...
Today. Trying to get some extra money to pay my cell phone bill, so I'm selling my 1-ounce gold maple leaf coin.
That's all right.
Are you interested?
No, not really.
It's a $50 Canadian maple leaf.
No,
Offering it for half price today, $25.
no, that's good. I'm good.
I just, you can go right into the Encinitas coin shop and we can verify that it's real.
Value. No, I'm good.
This was only 10 years ago. Everybody he talks to, they're like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Good. I appreciate it.
I'm just curious, why wouldn't you be interested in
I'm just not interested in it.
that? But specifically, why wouldn't you be?
I just have no interest.
I mean, who needs a bunch of gold coins laying around, right?
That is absolutely what is going on, even today.
Hello. Having a special today on 1-ounce gold coins. It's a $50 Canadian maple leaf solid 1 ounce gold coin, offering it today for half price, $25.
No thanks.
Why wouldn't you be interested?
I don't need any gold coins.
You don't need any for $25?
Nope.
And it goes on and on and on. Here's the interesting thing, and I'm going to show you what Mark Dice just did today. So this hasn't ended. Nothing has changed on your man on the street. If you threw Bitcoin in the mix, if you said, hey, I got a 10-ounce gold bar or a Bitcoin, or I'll give you $1,000, I'll bet you people would take the Bitcoin or the $1,000 over the gold. People don't understand gold and silver. They didn't have to, because as things started falling apart in 2008, poof, cryptos came up. 99% of the population, at least in the US, would rather have the Bitcoin than an equal or more, much larger value in gold. They don't know anything about gold, anything about silver. Very little. Cryptos, they all heard it. Everybody, their aunts made so much money. And if you ask anybody walking down the street, would you like this 10-ounce gold bar or one Bitcoin? They'd say, oh, Bitcoin, my God, you're giving me a whole Bitcoin. It is absolutely crazy. As a matter of fact, listen to Mark Dice recently. He looks the same too. What are these people doing to look the same? I don't want to ask. But yeah, these guys look great. All right, here we go.
Elon Musk is the richest man on the planet.
We're making Mark Dice money here.
$200 billion.
See, where'd you get that ice cream at?
JoJo Creamery.
Looks pretty good.
Yes, it's very good.
You want to trade it for this 1 ounce Canadian maple leaf gold coin?
No, this is really good.
It's that good?
Yeah.
It's a real gold coin.
Are you sure it's not chocolate in there?
It's not. It's a 1 ounce Canadian gold coin. We can go into the coin shop over here and they can verify that it's real.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
I'm okay.
It's that good of ice cream.
It's that good. You should.
You might tell yourself, this is ridiculous. Why would these people do it? 99% of the people you approach about that are going to say, if you throw cryptos in, they'll probably jump on the cryptos. Because it was mass hysteria. Everybody knew something about Bitcoin. The best was Elon Musk promoting cryptos, Shiba Inu and all his penny cryptos. That was the best. You know why it was so good? It got a massive amount of people thinking about monetary alternatives. That's why Gary Gensler's having such a hard time. Had Elon Musk not spread the word to tens of millions of people about cryptos, Gary Gensler would have run a field day and the U.S. would lock down all cryptos. But he can't, because there's so many people got involved. And nobody did that with Bitcoin. Nobody did that with gold. I mean, nobody did it with silver or gold. It was just the cryptos, and mainly Bitcoin. So, yes, we are not in Bubble City at all. And when it hits, I think gold will go to $5,000 to $10,000, because it's been massively suppressed too, but there's a hell of a lot of it. Ultimately, $5,000 or $10,000 an ounce. Within just the end of manipulation, a blink of an eye. And I think silver will go at least that high. Why? Because there's massively more gold ounces than silver ounces. Jeffrey Christian will tell you there's 6 billion ounces of each that possibly get turned in, which is a 1-to-1 ratio. Anyway, nothing has changed, my friends. So we are giving away, back to what we're giving away with every private road subscription, 1 root of silver coin, the coolest coin ever made. If you don't have silver, go to your local coin shop. It's probably not open on Sunday today, but go Monday morning. If you don't have a local guy, contact Andy Scheckman. He's taking care of so many road to rooter people. Send him an email, info at milesfranklin.com, milesfranklin.com. I highly suggest buying what they have in inventory, because they can ship it right away. As soon as your money hits their bank, on a wire transfer, boom, they can ship it. They can do cryptos too. So check that out, milesfranklin.com, and send them get in touch with a broker. And they'd love to talk to you about road to rooter theory, the explosion of the silver price, shit like that. They're very good. All right. So this is why I kind of ended up thinking about this today, which is better for the chaos and which is better for the future. I think for the chaos, no doubt, silver and gold are better than cryptos. For the future, yes, cryptos will be running our world. But in the meantime, especially this, you got to look at all risk. If there's a global cyber attack, any way you put it, EMP fries shit, if U.S. and Russia and China go to war, I guarantee you, there'll be some nukes lobbed, but I'll guarantee you the most effective way to fight any war now is to shut off their communications. Of course it is. Shut off the internet in China. Shut off the internet in the United States. What would people do? Holy crap, where do we get our news? Everything now is, we are so dependent on the internet just properly functioning. And it's our biggest weakness. It's the whole world's biggest weakness. Everybody's gone digital. And a little solar flare, a solar hiccup, or an EMP, electromagnetic pulse set off by, for example, when you set off a nuke in the upper atmosphere, you can fry, the higher it is and the bigger the charge, you can fry massive parts of the United States, of Russia, fry as in take out the electronics. So, a lot of people got those Faraday bags, and I have them too. But the reality is, if you're the only ones who have a Faraday bag, there's no infrastructure. Who are you going to call? My cell phone was in a Faraday bag, so it didn't get an EMP charge. But who are you going to call? The entire infrastructure will be down. Oh, by the way, an EMP set off in the upper atmosphere will take out all the satellites, first and foremost. All right? I mean, if you're setting off a nuclear explosion in the upper atmosphere, not only are you affected where it is situated above the earth, you're affecting the entire space around the area. Just keep that in mind before you press that button. So go check out Future Forecasting Group. You can also do searches. I watched the Hitomi discussion on Theta, the future of Theta, over and over again. It's exactly happening, although her timeline, she didn't have dates in it in the beginning. It goes like this. What actually happened was this, and now it's going to go like this. And I'm a big fan of Theta. I do think everybody and their mother, after this chaos is over, Samsung and Sony are going to download Theta Edge nodes on every device they have so the entire world can share their broadband. What a brilliant software invention, patented software invention. So, yes, you're gonna want Theta. That's why Theta still, after all these years, is not on Coinbase. It's too important. Same with Veritasium. You're going to want some Veritasium. We're not giving it away anymore. You can get it on Mercatox, but it's a very shaky exchange if you're a crypto guy. And they only trade it in Bitcoin and Ethereum on Mercatox. But, yeah, it's shaky because sometimes you're like, oh, shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull my coins out. Usually you can. You might have to talk to customer support. It's one of those exchanges nobody knows what and where it is. And I think they have full cover your ass compliance with the banksters now. So anyway, that's what I got for you. Again, we are giving away right here the silver Ruta coin with every subscription and renewal, and you get access to all the amazing information. The Jenny Moonstone videos are worth the money right there. And I have a lot of behind the scenes. I just posted another one on Friday. Stuff I can't talk about on YouTube, which is growing in size. I can't talk about the war at all anymore. They instantly ding me, so I'm not going to. Other than on the private road, I talk about it all the time. So go check it out. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.